This is the home to over 90 mammal species, over 300 birds, 33 reptile species, 9 amphibians, and over 120 butterfly species, covering an area of 4,577 square kilometers. That is 457,700 hectares. It is the Mole National Park, Ghana's biggest wildlife reserve, situated in the northern region of Ghana. As we drove through the main entrance of the park, I was anxious to find out what nature had in store. The journey is rugged as we drive through the bushes. Like many people, I was curious to see the elephant for the first time. Not so far away from us, I spot some strange animals. Warthogs, what we normally call bush pigs. I never knew that we had warthogs here in Ghana.
When it enters, it's entering a hole, it goes with the back.
When it's entering a hole?
Yeah, it goes with the back.
Why is that?
So that the
snout,
the tags,
okay,
will serve as its defense in case of any attack by the lion or the leopard or the hyena.
Oh, so these are also endangered species?
Yes.
Clearly.
They are in the water.
It was a great experience learning about warthogs and time to move on in search of elephants. The very first sign of their existence which I saw was the giant footprints. Finally, behold 2 elephants, a sight and an experience one will relish for a lifetime. They haven't seen us?
No, it has a foresight. So the trunk serves as that is the most sensitive part of the elephant.
The trunk?
So, the trunk. So you use it in drinking, eating, and at the same time to smell. So when they take our smell, you see how it's curling it, throwing it up. When you take our smell now, it will move. So normally when we are with tourists, we try always to take the wind direction. So we always take the direction of the smell of the elephants.
Yeah.
So now I can see that now we are taking their smell. That is why they are still standing. We don't disturb them here
at all.
Yeah.
You're saying you have over 400 of them?
Yeah, over 400.
Oh, that's impressive. And what's the lifespan of an average elephant here?
60 to 70 years.
60 to 70. In a situation like this where we get spotted by an elephant, so then what? They could send signals to the others and then they could launch an attack? Or it could just on its own begin to attack?
So before it will attack, sometimes it trumpets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the body language of it too can let you know that this animal would like to launch an attack.
So the trumpet is the first signal? Sometimes, more like a warning signal?
Yes, the trumpet is a warning signal.
And then what would the others do thereafter?
After this, if one happened to follow, the rest would, to run after, maybe the rest may decide either to follow or stay back. After swimming, the pores of the body is open, so they have the smart to close the pores. Then sometimes by way of protecting itself, by flies sitting on it.
Okay.
And then this, okay, just by to protect heat. Yeah. But when it dries up, then the body starts to itch. So you have to come.
Itch.
Yeah. So you come back to the pool.
When the elephants go in there, what happens to the crocodiles?
Oh,
they leave for the stay.
They go to if they are at this end of the water, they also go to the other bank. Okay. To also do their own things there.
But how did you get the crocodiles here? Because this is a man-made pond. So how
natural.
Wait. Is this a natural pond or was man-made?
Man-made. Yeah.
Man-made. But how come the crocodiles ended up here? Is it that you brought in crocodiles?
No, we didn't bring anything.
They reproduce and eventually.
Bring in any crocodile here.
But there hasn't been any such situation where you've had to transfer any of these elephants to, another location, right?
No.
Wow.
That's not happened in Mole here before.
Wow, and they're all in their natural habitat.
Yeah.
So beautiful. I mean, it's a real spectacle. I can actually count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. But you're saying there are over 400.
Yeah.
So where could the rest be?
You know, the park is very large. It covers an area of
how long is it? How big is the park? How large is it?
4,577 square kilometers.
Wow. For some reason, I'm not scared. I don't know.
Because I'm with you. Don't worry.
For some reason, I'm not scared. No, it's good to see.
No, he's trying to scare us.
Oh, is it?
He just ran and came and hit the branch.
So they can actually uproot trees. You know, we've heard that they could actually, you know, quell their trunks around a tree and then.
Yeah, they've seen us. For now, the wind is blowing towards them.
An interesting spectacle at the park is the beautiful variety of tree species and the striking landscape from boreals to floodplains, savanna woodlands and gallery forests, with two spectacular waterfalls in the northeastern part of the park. These are buffaloes which were spotted at the steep hill plains in the Morley National Park, numbering over 50. I can see an interesting structure there. What is this structure?
That is the tree hide.
Tree height.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a viewing platform.
Okay.
And then have a view of animals that troop in here to take this salt lake here.
How safe is it? Because this is a forest area, snakes, some wild animals. Yeah. You can actually spend the night here, right?
Yes, with an armed guide.
Oh, okay, with an armed guide.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not too safe to be here alone.
Alone, yeah.
And what tree is this on?
Danelia olivaris.
Danelia olivaris.
Yeah.
Okay. How dangerous could it be if you're here alone with a tour guide, an armed tour guide?
Yeah. It's not even allowed to tourists to move alone in the park.
How many of these do you have here?
We have about 4 of them in the park. 4
tree hides.
Yeah. Before one can pass a night here, we get you an armed guide.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll take care of you to the following.
So the armed guide doesn't sleep?
No, he doesn't.
But you get to sleep?
You can sleep.
Really? And no mosquitoes here?
Yeah. Well, before one can pass a night here, we have to have a mosquito net.
Okay.
We tie it here, and then we are mats.
But then again, there's no place of convenience around, is there?
No, we have to dig it.
You have to do in the bush.
They're a natural habitation for all kinds of birds we're aware of different kinds of animals. People are particularly interested in elephants and monkeys. We've got a number of sanctuaries that naturally exist within the region. Our focus will be on making sure we're able to put the infrastructure and the standards behind investing in the tourism sector to create the right sort of experience for the tourism community.
Domestic tourism. Encouraging your social network to see your communities. The people who were born in Accra, whose heritage is in Damango or Avuema, and they've never gone there because their parents didn't take them, and in their adult life, they themselves don't see the need to want to go there. So if you haven't gone there, how are you going to celebrate it for me to want to go and see what you have?
Away from the bushes. This is the first point of call for any tourist who wishes to go on a safari.
Ticketing. Yeah. You pay and then you issue your receipt.
How much do you pay?
A Ghanaian pay 5 cedis per person, a non-Ghanaian pay 10 cedis.
So you pay 5 cedis to do what?
To embark on the safari tour, that to have a look of the animals.
Just 5 cedis? 5
cedis. That for a Ghanaian per an hour. So if you we do in any of the activities we embark on in this park, we do a minimum of 2 hours.
Okay.
But you can choose to do more hours depending on the amount you have.
Okay. But that's quite reasonable. To pay 5 cedis for an hour.
Yeah. A non-Ghanaian pay 10 cedis per person per an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's still very reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
It's not too expensive.
Yeah.
And you have the benefit of actually visiting the museum, which is for free.
This is
that's a beautiful craft
shop. And initially I told you we have 33 French communities. Okay. So most of these crafts have been brought from the communities.
The communities.
Yeah.
Okay.
We sell, then give them their money to also have some benefits from the
Yes. I think I'm impressed by what you're doing here. So I would buy one of this for 50 cedis, is it? Yeah. I would buy one and take it back to Accra. And I think it's good that people come up here and then support their business. As the sun sets, it's time to say goodbye to a memorable experience at the Mole National Park. It's day 2 and the tour continues. This is the administrative block of the park, and I decide to say hello to management.
Mole was established in the year 1958 in a typical Guinea savanna vegetation or ecological zone, predominantly open savanna woodland interspersed with grassland, bovals, floodplains, scarp and gallery forest. Mole is the first wildlife protected area to be established in Ghana and the largest wildlife protected area in Ghana. It covers an area of 4,577 square kilometers. That is 457,700 hectares. Yeah, and spans 2 regions, the northern region and the upper west region. The objectives for establishing Mole, just as all the other protected areas, is to conserve the universal outstanding values of the site. This include physical, natural, cultural, and historical. And then to protect and maintain life-sustaining processes such as water catchment, soil conservation, and genetic diversity. Then to create opportunity for research, education, recreation, and tourism. And last but not the least, to generate economic activities within and outside of the park. Mole is endowed with rich biodiversity and is home to over 90 mammal species, including 5 primates, over 300 bird species, 33 reptile species, and then 9 amphibians and 120 butterfly species. And also in terms of plants, we have about 742 vascular plant species have been recorded in the park, some of them endemic. Indeed, Mole has 4 of what is normally referred to as the Big 5, which is of high touristic interest to tourists. And these are the lion, the elephant, the buffalo, the leopard, and the rhino. It is the rhino that we don't have in Mole, but we have the other Big 5. And indeed, the Mole elephants are of special breed. You don't find them anywhere. They are so friendly, they are not aggressive. Annual, visitation of visitors about 14,000 tourists per year. I think that has also been boosted by the construction of the road from Fufusu to Sola. That has, improved, movement and transportation generally within this corridor. Indeed, the only existing overnight accommodation facility we have in the park is the Mole Motel, which was constructed by the Wildlife Division in 1964. It's a 35-room capacity. That has even reduced to 34 now because some of the rooms have been converted into storehouse and all of that. Not only is that facility too small to accommodate, the increasing numbers of visitors that are coming to the park, to be able to attract any private investor into investing in those facilities. 95% of the tourists to Mole are coming to see the spectacular wildlife we have than the other attractions, whether it's a scenery, landscape, or whatever. And so no investor would put in his or her money if the pulling for, that is the wildlife numbers, are not encouraging. And so we think that to be able to attract investors, we should concentrate in making sure that the park is secured first and foremost, and then for the animals numbers to build up to a level where it will be attractive to for private investors to come in and then invest in lodge development and management. Once you give it, the park, good protection against offtake, against poaching, against other illegal activities that interfere with the animal. Once you remove that factor, the numbers will naturally increase. As a management practice, you can introduce artificial salts. You know, in the dry season, this is a savanna ecological zone. In the dry season, most of the water sources get dried up. We live with few pools of water and few rivers running. So the animals spend a lot of time searching for water and food and this salt. And so they convert their energy, the energy that they would have used to reproduce. They rather use that energy to walk around and look for water. So as a management intervention, if we are able to develop water points across all sectors of the park, developed water holes and then the salt lakes and all the habitat requirements evenly and stop poaching, the numbers will automatically build up.
We are not looking at business opportunities through the activities that we have. We don't do that. We see them only as entertainment. And so we go to experience it and walk away without seeing what business opportunities are in there for me and ask what can be done for me if I want to do this. Is there potential?
Some of us have undergone serious training, military training, survival, even gone to bushcraft, and then so we have a very strong capacity when it comes to training our staff for field work. Throughout my working life in wildlife, over 20 years, we have not recorded a single accident where a tourist has been harmed by animals. The state must develop access, linking all the sectors of the park, especially targeting where we think there are potential concession sites. That is the only way the potential investors can take up the challenge, because they know when they put in their money, the tourists will come and they can make their money in good time. We have an airstrip in Mole. It's an 800-meter airstrip just for lighter aircraft, but it's no longer in use. It's out of use now. I believe that if we're able to rehabilitate that airstrip, somebody wanting to come and enjoy Mole for a day, you travel 14 hours, the people want to come, but the travel time is too much. So I believe that if the Mole airstrip is rehabilitated and expanded, some of these airlines can even choose to touch down in Mole, drop some tourists or pick some tourists, and that will even boost. It will improve the transportation system. Fortunately, I think for about 3 years now, we've managed to get an investor who is interested. And then we have granted the first site, which is going to be a 25-room, medium to luxury. Ecological? Yeah, eco-lodge, yes. Once the first site is done, hopefully by the third quarter of this year, they'll move to the second site and start developing. That would add about 50 luxury room lodges to the existing one. It has started with one investor. This investor is going to start. They are going to do their own marketing. They have their marketing strategy. And so definitely the interest is going to grow. The promotion has started. People are going to come, and we owe it a duty to be able to accommodate them. So we need to expand our facilities.
The kinds of hospitality facilities that will be available to support all of this interest from this growing middle class, to create a tangible place for people to go and just relax and enjoy themselves. And I think that the Sada region is one of those regions where you really can lay back and just enjoy the opportunities that are presented. So I think that we can only expect very positive outcomes. We're looking forward to continue to work with the Secretariat to ensure that once the investors have been presented with the opportunities, the process of rolling out the investments becomes very efficient.
The way to go is private partnership. I mean, in all the world, in all the countries that are doing well with tourism, that I've had the opportunity to go to before and during this appointment, have individuals, private people, putting their economic power behind something they believe in.
I think this is one of the key locations that SADA would actually try and facilitate private sector investment so that people, the Mole game can actually enter into a PPP arrangement to develop the tourist sector in Mole.